What's up everybody, this is BR, and Season 14 has been out for almost a month now for Apex, and I'd like to give my opinions of it so far. And that's because I think a month is around a good time for when people stop trying out new things in the season and are actually giving more conformity. They either settle with something new or they go back to their old ways, and because of that, ranked and casual are a lot more different. So how is the newest season settling so far? So at the moment I'm mostly playing ranked Apex, so a lot of my opinion is gonna stem from that. Casual Apex really hasn't been drawing me in except for challenges. I've mostly been grinding out Kings Canyon because I really don't want to play Stormpoint as a ranked map. So trying to hit as high as possible before the ranked map split is my #1 priority right now. Especially since later on a lot of new games are going to be releasing, and since my schedule is going to get a lot more busier as well, I want to get some games in before all that stuff starts settling down. So just know that my bias is towards ranked matchmaking at the moment. So first off, the positives. The grind is definitely a lot more forgiving when it comes to ranked matches. You get a lot more points for every kill based on your position, and the entry costs aren't that heavy. Still, ranked matches are a lot slower, but I think Kings Canyon kinda counteracts that because Kings Canyon is infamous for being a third-party map. Because of this season's focus on longer range weaponry, the middle area of the map just becomes a total hellhole. You know, the one near Cage. I think now we're finally seeing the consequences of having the barrel stabilizers removed from the SMG category, as weapons like the R301 and the Flatline and any other long-range weaponry really are starting to take dominance, especially the 3030 and the G7 Scout. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it does become annoying after a while. Especially with that new legend, though I don't see her being played as much on ranked anymore as I did before. So now Vantage seems to be settling down, though I do occasionally come across a skilled Vantage every once in a while taking advantage of her movement potential. Though more than often I'll still see a Valkyrie, Octane, or any other kind of movement legend. I actually didn't think that the map changes involving the new zipline areas to allow for more accessibility to higher places was actually going to be any kind of significance, but they actually do add quality of life to Kings Canyon, as minor as they are. Having the ability to take refuge on top of the walls without needing to, have a movement legend with you or take the balloon has been pretty advantageous. Also, it doesn't make those spots as powerful anymore because now more people can get on top. Speaking of fights, it's been pretty good not having to come across knockdown shield self-revives anymore. It feels great not having to thirst people who have golden knockdown shields, because at the very least you know that when they get knocked down, they're staying down, unless they're getting revived by a lifeline. Now, as far as legend choices go, this season I started off strong with Newcastle. I thought that he was going to be my new main in ranked for the entire season. However, I truly had to replace him in favor of Loba, as the first ring really has changed the way that I play the game. Because the first ring actually hurts now and moves in extremely quickly, there is now a good need for quick looting, and Loba fills that role completely, and with her little teleporter, it does allow for quick rotations around the map. Which, speaking of the ring, it's a little bullshit, honestly. I do think that's one of the things that they kind of fumbled upon. I don't know how they're going to change it next season, or if they're going to change it at all, but something has to change with that ring. I just don't know. I mean, at first it was too weak, now it's a little too strong. It makes the first couple rounds just kind of annoying, especially if you're at the edge of the map and you don't want to fight people immediately. Instead, you end up fighting the ring, and then once you get into the ring, more than likely you're gonna get shot by people who are camping a place. However, speaking of more positive things, I do like the fact that the Bocek bow and the Rampage are now in the care packages. I really don't come across them anymore, and it's honestly a blessing. Not having to deal with them in a common loot pool has been pretty good for me. And I applaud Respawn for doing so. I can deal with G7 Scouts and 3030s, that's fine. Longbows, Sentinels, Krabers, it's all good. I'm just glad that the Bocek bow is locked away for a good while. Or at the very least, I don't come across it that often. But anyways, I really don't have anything else to say about the game at the moment. Nothing has really been that outstanding for me, at the very least as being super bad. At the very least for me, the season is turning out pretty positively. I especially do like the fact that now challenges for the Battle Pass are now just not only locked for arenas or Battle Royale. Now you can either do all Battle Royale or some of it Battle Royale. You get the choice to do so, you're not forced to play arenas. I haven't touched arenas this whole entire season. So I think I'll end the video right here. If you have any opinions on Season 14, please tell me in the comment section down below. How do you feel about ranked at the moment? Or how do you feel about casual at the moment? Do you believe any of the changes that Respawn have done have negatively impacted the game in some significant way? Please leave your comment down below. If you found this video interesting, like it if you like it, dislike it if you disliked it. If you'd like to see more content just like this, make sure to subscribe. And if you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon in the description. Thank you so much to my fellow Patreons, and I'll talk to you guys later.